humanitarily to just bomb the Gaza Strip incessantly than it would to send those people to Egypt. Um, I have heard one person say, one Palestinian say that the Egyptian government is trying to, or sorry, the Israeli government is trying to tell all non-combatants in the Gaza Strip to go to Egypt. You can't do that. That you cannot do. Um, there's a gentleman on my channel yesterday that made that suggestion. Egypt already said no. Egypt is not going to do that. Now, the Palestinian people, they have nowhere to go. They also have the ability to disarm Hamas and bring these people to justice. These people are hiding hiding behind Palestinians. Israel pulled back to the 1967 border. They were promised peace if they did this. They did this. Where is their peace? However, there are people all over Israel who are protecting Palestinian nationals and also Arab nationals from other nations. It is understood that Hamas is who did this. It is also understood that Hamas is considered a terrorist organization the world over. Great Britain, the United States, France, all consider Hamas to be a terrorist organization. There's a reason for that. And the Palestinians elected Hamas, with Hamas saying they're not okay with anything except the complete and total eradication of the Jews in the Holy Land. They are asking for nothing less than the removal of all borders and the eradication of all Jews within, well, all of the land that they want. It's not theirs anymore. You cannot ask generations of people who live there to just magically up and move to somewhere else. But you're not just asking the Israelis to do this, you are willing to murder them for existing. Like the United States police and citizens do to the homeless every day. The American people don't care if it's being done right or not. They want to be able to just assume that it's supposed to be. We have kangaroo courts here in the United States of America. I don't think that the United States should be friends with Israel. I believe that we should be equals with Israel in the United Nations. I also believe that there should be Israeli as well as Palestinian troops within the United Nations protecting those borders, protecting from incursionists and terrorists. How did the United States miss Hamas in their war on terror? While asking for help from our allies, even Israel. You notice the United States, the supposed greatest country on earth. We ask our friends to do our fighting for us. How about Israel? Seems to me we like to make them fight alone. The Israelis are the underdogs. You don't want to see it that way because you want to make it a Palestine versus Israel thing. Well, Hamas is in control of Palestine, and Hamas does not recognize Israel. According to them, it is all Palestinian land. Israel tried to give everything back repeatedly. They even withdrew to the lines that existed in 1967 in exchange for peace that has not come. And the international community seems to believe that Hamas is going to listen to them. And the Palestinian people seem to believe that blaming the Jews for Hamas hiding behind them is the way to go. It was a premeditated attack against civilian populations, targeting primarily women and children. No. You do not get to play stupid in this. When you say there's nowhere for you to go, that's not true. Now, I hope Israel does the right thing, opens up 2 border crossings. Israel can establish its own corridor on its side of the border, and it can allow people, foreign aid, to come in through the coast and through several bases to bring in aid. The Israelis are already set up to put up multiple walls, chain link, barbed wire, whatever it takes to keep the refugees contained, because we're not going to be having no sort of warfare in there. But we can allow the United Nations in there, can we not? Would the Palestinians allow the United Nations in there? In a corridor on Israeli lines, on the Israeli side, for the safety and the security of the Palestinians who want to flee the war zone will have a place to go. where medical supplies can be administered, foreign aid can actually be delivered safely, where you know it's not being delivered to Hamas in the Gaza Strip. Now, there's two really good spots. I was looking at some of the maps. There's a couple of really good spots for helping people to cross. But you've also got the problem of if people try to flee, what are the chances of Hamas calling those people traitors and shooting them all in the back? Must be rough, huh? I'm sure it is. The target is obviously Hamas, not the Palestinian people. We don't see Israel bombing the living fuck out of the West Bank. The reason that Hamas chooses to hide and to fire rockets from civilian populated areas is because there's nothing else out there to hide behind. It's desert. Even small artillery casts a shadow, which means it sticks out like a sore fucking thumb. Now imagine you got 300 of those you want to set up out in the desert. Yeah, that's definitely going to get some fucking attention. There's telltale signs when it fires because they're sugar rockets. They leave a trail. You can follow that trail right back to the rocket. Why is it that Hamas does not fire them openly? Why is it they hide that shit within civilian populated areas? Because they're selfish people. Anyone's lives but their own. That's what Hamas has shown. That anyone's life and everyone's life, including their own people's lives, absolutely do not matter to them. The only thing that matters is their selfish wants.